Bismillah ar-Rahman Rahim. Welcome back to my channel, Finance Business Partner. In our Smart Office series, last time we discussed about the drop-down list. Now some of the people has asked the advanced functions of it. Uh, that one is the searchable drop-down list. There is a new function in 365 is Lambda function, but I am giving you idea how you can do searchable drop down in previous version of Excel instead of going into the Office 365 Lambda, because most of the people doesn't have the access to Office 365. So we will start our function with this one. And now there is a list of countries which has a population, land area, density. We will this website has the table. This one, okay. In our previous tutorial, I give you idea about the power accuracy. So this tutorial is basically is the combination of power query, use of power query with the uh, searchable drop down function, and couple of functions I will use on to give you an idea. So we will take the web link, just copy it over here, go into our Excel file over here, and then go to data. And here we will see that we have too many options from the get and data transform. As we have copied the link from the website, so we will take the information from the web, just click it over here. It will give a pop-up message from where you want, which URL you want. So I will paste the URL over here and then click it OK. It will fetch the information from that web link, because this is also very useful tool how to get information from the web. There are too many things over there, so this function is uh, very useful function. So you will see how we will give this information to utilize that one. See this document, we don't require this document, but this table looks interesting. This is the whole the information. As you know that there are 195 countries in our data, so it will fetch all the information of these 195 countries. Okay, so we will go over here. It will show as a preview 100 items. Not an issue, it looks okay to me. I will just go and transform this information, so it will create a link over here. Okay, in the transform I give it one, and this looks okay to me. I will go over here and I will sort the information with population, because here the table is basically in alphabetical order, but I want the most populous countries in the world. So I will go over here and then sort it. Sorry, that one. Okay, this looks okay to me. I will go over here and then close and load this information. Now it gives me idea that where I want, it's going over here, and then I click it over here. It will fetch the information from the website. Okay, looks okay to me. Uh, I will use couple of functionalities so that on the way you people understand how to utilize these functions. Okay, this one. Okay, now I will turn it to normal values. I don't want it. Now I will change the uh, information. Now, second function, I just want to add it here. Say that ranking. Now, that ranking was I can do it 1, 2, 3, 4 here also, but I want to use the ranking function, so that on the way whenever we try, we will use new functions. So I will try to get as many functions are there. So equal to rank, it will give me options for the rank. I will click tab. I need this China, okay, in the whole population. I will click it over here and then press F4 so that it will be uh, freeze, and then it will give me idea about it. I will double click it over here. Now the formula, it will give you ranking of India's second populous countries, United States, Indonesia, Pakistan is 5. The top 10 countries, it will give you idea about it. And another function we will give it like this. Say that we want how much is the this population here. Okay, and it will give us idea. So some the so we just add some information. It's not necessary, but on the way when we are using, I was just want to give you an idea that how we can utilize the functionalities of formulas over here. Also, I just take the format painter over here, go and make it proportion. Okay, percentage, we will put it over here. So far we haven't done anything. We just give why I create this formula. I will give you an idea that why I create this one. Now our main function is that the searchable drop down list. Okay, we will take all this information from here, the C column, we will take it and come over here like this. Now there is a very powerful function in Excel, because when you make it, there is a function of character. Okay, when I click CHAR and give a range of, say that 1, it will give me some character. So if I put it like 65, it will give me alphabetical order from A to A. Okay, and then if it is 66, it will go into uh, B, and so on so forth. I just put it over here, and then I will link this cell, this one. Okay, I will put it 65. In in English we have 26 characters, so we will put it like this and then make a list of till 90. Till 90 it will give me A to Z. When I click it over here, A to Z, it will give me the options of this. Okay, now for the beautification of the data, I just give it a little bit tab so that it looks quite distinct. Here I will change the value to all this into value. No need for this one right now. Now I will select all the information and then go to the data and sort information with K column A to Z. Now you see for alphabetical order, all has been uh, arranged in A, B, C, D, whatever it is. So it gives you an idea how we create this list. This is just the idea to give you how to do this information. Now we will do the same thing which we have done. I don't need this column. We'll put it here so that I have enough space for me to, for presentation purposes. Okay. Now, last time when we start this name function drop down issue, that we give you an idea that we will create the formula through the name function. We will select all, go into the formula bar, and here we will create from selection. Our heading is from the top row. I want the country in this one, and then select it over here. Now, whenever I select country, it will capture all the relevant fields in the country. Okay, so far it is giving me very powerful functions. Now, the beauty of it, when we go into the data validation over here, we go into the list. Today we will discuss the date function as well, because most of the people ask me about the date function, how to utilize it. So in the same scenario, I will give you an idea about how to use the date. Come over here, list, and here we will select equal to and press F3, and it will give you the name of the this function. Okay, now so far we have done nothing, but it gives you an idea that how it has been updated. You see, we have selected all this in blank, in cell document, and error alerts. It will stop you everything. Now, important thing here, when you press, say that you want a country, you want to know the country whose name is started with K. It may be small caps or capital letter, no issues. When you press K, go over here and then it will automatically select, give you idea about which country you want. Say that Kenya you want. Now second country, if any country with the I, when you press I, then you will select it over here. It will give you the list of countries which the name of I. Say that P, it will give you the name of the country. So this is the searchable drop down list which I have been using before Office 365. Lambda function we will discuss in a separate tutorial, because this one is a separate one. But most of the people have been asking back, because they don't have the access for Office 365. They have been asking how to create this list. In the same function, I want to give you an idea about how we will say that it's Pakistan. I will take that the population. So we will use the function of XLOOKUP. Why I want to use this XLOOKUP function, I will let you know. I will select it over here, and I want population of Pakistan. Sorry, it should not be a drop down list, because it's a XLOOKUP. We need this information. Okay, select it. In countries, we will keep it like this. Press F4, and we need say that population. We select it over here and then click OK. So it gives us idea about that 220 million population of Pakistan. It's coming over here. Last time some people asked me about how I changed the function of displaying like in millions and other things. So it's very normal function. I will give you again idea. Right click over here, go to the format cell. Here, go to the customs, and then say that select it over here, and here you will press one time, it will go to the thousands, K. Second time when you press, it will go to the millions. And then here you will write M over here, and then this information will give you idea about how many million. 221 million. So I will add this now. It will give you one decimal place. So 220 million, 20.9 million is the population of Pakistan. We will select the same function over here. Now I will select China. As I told you, searchable, because I want maximum information to give you in one tutorial. So we will go to China. We don't need to do anything. Just click it over here and it will give you information about the countries. Say that like India, because this is the most populous countries, 1.3 million. It will give you idea. When we go to the, say that Mexico, M, whatever country you want to select, it will come over here, press Ctrl D, and it will give you a 128.9 million people. So this is very important functions. Now, why I use ranking function here? Say that in XLOOKUP is very powerful. As I told you that we can go both ways, from the left or right side. In VLOOKUP, the information need to be in the first column, should be our main value from where we will take the lookup. But XLOOKUP is very diverse function. They give the idea that you can go both ways, from the left hand side of the table array which you are searching. So I just click it over here, and now I need ranking. So this function, I will go over here and click it over here, and then here it will give me, sorry, it should be Pakistan. Now it gives me rank, fifth rank, Pakistan on fifth rank. When I click it over here, China on number 1, India is number 2, Mexico is number 10. We will see it is Mexico here. Any country, say that France, we will press F. It may be case, it is not case sensitive. We can use capital F or small f, it doesn't matter. it will give you, it is not case sensitive, so you can give this information. When we click it over here, just press Control D, so it gives you France at the 22nd rank and 65.3 million. So it's a very powerful function you can utilize in your reporting as well. So hope you people like it. This is a very good addition which I have been using before Office 365, but so that is why I want you people to understand it. So in this tutorial, we use a couple of functions: character function, we use the ranking function, we use the name manager, which is a good function which we have discussed before. Now it's a drop down function. Characters is how you can generate the searchable list. So whenever you people require it anything, you can put it here. First you have to press the alphabet, and then it will sort all the information and come over here, and then it will give you an idea about it. So it's a very important function. 19 is Germany, 83.8 million. So we use our imagination and try to give maximum information in short tutorials. So hope you people enjoy it. Now second thing is that people ask me about drop down list with the date function. There's no issues. We will use the function of character here, and I will look it in this one. 65, just a random list I'm creating. 65, 76, 88, 90, 23, and 54. Just give you information, or not, it should be 83. Okay, this is the name of the people which are coming over here, and then this is the information which we would like to have. Now this there's a function of today, so that today is 9th of February. You can change the func format. 9th of February. Okay, there's a function of EO month, so that what is the last day of this month. EO month function, select it over here, and then we will give the reference. We can put today here as well. I will give you an idea. Okay, and we want the same month, which should be 0, so it gives you the same logic over here. 28 February would be the last day of the month. When I select F1 over here, say that I want next month, which is March 31st. So I will, instead of 0, I will put 1 over here. It will give you monthly additions. And say that after 5 months, what would be the end of month? It will give you 31st July. So this is a good functionality over here. We will give you idea that how we use data validation with the date function. Say that these are our staff members, this is like their sales, whatever it is, and I just want to add the date over here, that on which date they this is basically for the month. Say that this is for the month we are using our uh, sales. So I don't want our any clerical mistake that someone make the date of March or January. We want that the information for this particular month of February 2021. So we will select it over here, go to the data tab, data validation. So far we have been using this one with function. Now we will go to the dates. It will give you options for the couple of options: between, not between, equal, not equal to, greater than, less than, or this one. So that I will take first information. Say that I want the information between, and start date. You can use the direct F1 function, or we can use it functions over here, today and EO month, today with 0, and then apply it over here. Now if I add any date over here, it it looks okay so far. If say that I want to change it to March, it will not allow me. So it means that I restrict the our staff not to punch any date which is not uh, in this range of February, which is from 9th February till 28th of February. Okay. Say that if I want to use 1st of February, it will not allow me to do it. But when I click 21st of February, it will allow me to do it. When I by mistake my staff put 22, it will not allow me to do it. 2020 if I put, it will not allow me to do it. Say that February has 28 days in this year. This is not a leap year. If I put 29th February, it will not allow me to do it. So this is very powerful function in Excel. We can restrict our users for drop down in data validation, that they will not create any wrong date in our data. Because as we say, it's if it's a wrong information has been there, it takes too much time for the management, for the person, for the analysis, that if there is any error, so if they too much time is basically spent on clearing the data. The data should be in sync, and it should not be any wrong information. So in order to uh, give the cleaning of data, you should restrict your user so that they will not create problems for you when you try to compile the informations. Because these small mistakes will create a problem when you create the when you are making reports for the management and analysis. So if someone give you wrong year, wrong month, wrong date, so it will be a mess for you. So you will not be able to utilize all the good functionalities of Excel. So hope you people like it. Please let me know about your input about these information, and I will keep posted new ideas to utilize your to improve your Excel skills and Office Smart Series, so that you people would be in a good position to utilize all these Office tools. Thank you very much.